Olá pessoal, esse é mais um Fala Carlão. Você já sabe, o Fala Carlão é sempre na prateleira de cima do agronegócio brasileiro. Eu tô até com esse chapéu aqui pelo seguinte, eu faço questão de agora tirar esse chapéu. Esse chapéu aqui é a parceria da Mosaic Fertilizantes aqui com a Comigo. Então daqui é o Micro Essentials. Eu fiz questão de vir e para minha convidada de hoje, que é super importante, eu tô tirando esse chapéu. Então eu tô tirando aqui em homenagem à minha convidada de hoje é a Jenny Wang. A Jenny Wang é vice-presidente comercial da Mosaic, globalmente falando. Então eu vou dizer, eu já entrevistei o Monteiro, vocês viram aí, agora eu estou entrevistando a chefe dele, gente. Ela é a mulher que manda no negócio comercial da Mosaic no mundo inteiro. Jenny Wang, thank you very much for coming here at my program at Fala Carlão. I'm an honor for me to receive you here.
It's my honor to be interviewed as well on your program. I know you're super influential, and I know probably from today I'm going to be a superstar in Brazil as well, just like you are.
Thank you. Thank you very much. But first of all, here at my program, we have a slogan that nobody was born like president or vice president, or director. Everybody has a history, and let's start for your history. Where you was born, why your childhood, how your education. Tell me about this.
Okay, I was born and raised in China, in south part of China. I joined this industry when I graduated from my master degree. I had a degree of microbiology. Why I joined the industry? It was that at the early year in China, the farmers had very limited technology, very basic. They even didn't know how to use herbicide. So that was my first job. Really went to the field, having the farmer meetings and tell them what weeds are impacting their production, and then how herbicide can help them to raise the yield and maximize the production. So that's how I got into this industry, starting from very front line, working with the farmers. And then I was fortunate enough that my previous company developed me from a frontline sales manager and all the way towards to the headquarters of that company in Switzerland. Wow. So I get a chance to live in Switzerland and get a chance to work in New Zealand, get a chance to work in Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, and also get a further education on my MBAs, etc., etc. And 14 years ago, I had a chance to join Mosaic and as the country manager of Mosaic in China, and for 3 years in China. And then they were like, Jenny, do you want to come to the United States? I was like, that's probably a good idea because my 2 adopted kids, they were at the time to go to the middle school, so the family moved over to the U.S. So that's how I developed my career and lived in 4 different countries in different continents, and then get settled in the U.S.
So you are a special woman because you are a Chinese woman now working in the United States. What kind of experience? What it's most important is your life?
Honestly, to be a woman itself is very interesting experiences of working in the ag industry. As you know, it's a very man-dominated industry. To work through the dynamics that men dominated, it's a very interesting experiences. Exactly as you said, as a Chinese, started career in a European company, working through the European culture. The company it's very much British culture plus Swiss culture, and then move over to the U.S. in the American culture and company. It's a lot of fun, a lot of challenges. The one secret that I would say is I never felt that, yes, I'm a woman, yes, I'm Chinese, yes, my English is not perfect. I never felt, besides that, I cannot really overcome any challenges. I always tell myself, as long as you work hard, sometimes work harder than your male colleagues, than your native English-speaking colleagues, you will get there. I think my experiences proved it.
Wow, very nice. Show, how do I say here in Brazil? Show de bola. You know, show de bola. Show de bola is like a term of football. It's a very nice career you have.
Thank you very much.
And now here in Brazil, what's your impression about Brazil?
So Brazil, firstly, I think everyone needs to recognize Brazil is the most important agriculture country. It is the most important one. You may argue the US, Canada, Argentina, they are very important as well. But Brazil is the only one country that you still have growth potential. All this market, they are already done. They are done. They have no growth potential. This is the only one country we see the growth potential for agriculture, both on the yield potential, but also on the production potential. So I see this is a super interesting and attractive market.
Here, I used to say for the generations, the new generations, that they are in the right place, the right time. I think that's the point here in Brazil.
Absolutely. It's the right place and right time. If you think about Brazil probably 50 years ago, the country was not ready. If you think about logistics, think about the global economy, the demand to the grains, that was not ready. So it's really the right time. And this is the right place as well. As I said, mentioned earlier, there's no any other country in the world today that you still see the potential for the further growth. Lastly, I also want to mention, especially when I talk with my customers in the US, the Brazilians are really lucky. Our farmers can grow 2 crops a year in many places.
Yes.
It is not the case in most of the world. So this is a very unique strength for Brazilians as well.
Yeah, you said something very important. When I come here 2 days ago, we are in the plane and see the soil, you see the agriculture very look green like a night.
Yes.
Here we are in the second corn agriculture. Can you imagine this in another place?
No, you can't. You can't, right? You can't. I can give you an example for the growers who grow corn or soybean in the U.S. If they fail by one season, they fail the whole year. If the weather is not cooperative, they have the challenges, they're done for that season. In Brazil, if you have challenges for your first crop, very often in many places, the farmers still have the second crop to make it up. So basically, one same piece of land, the Brazilian farmers, they can maximize and sometimes double the output of that land.
I used to say that for the industrial teams that here in Brazil we have a look because our agricultors usually walking in front of the industry. So Brazilian agricultors like innovation.
Yes.
And this is very important for you, no?
Absolutely. Thank you for the question. The Brazilian farmers, if we compare with many farmers in other parts of the world, Brazilian farmers are particularly open and passionate to innovation, to new technologies, to any new technologies they are open to try. And any technologies can really help them to improve their yield, improve their income, or help them to overcome some of the challenges they are open to try. And Mosaic see this as an opportunity as well. As a crop nutrition company, I can be very proud to say we are the most innovative company in the crop nutrition space. Thank you showed microessentials at the beginning of the program. That's the single biggest innovation in crop nutrition space over the last 50 years. No other innovation can compare with that. We've been very successful in Brazil, really working with the farmers, working with the partners like Comingo, and really help the farmers to understand how this innovation, how microessentials can help them really raise the yield and improve their economics.
For the creative agriculturists, we have to have teams, creatives.
Yes.
And here in Brazil, what's about your team here in Brazil?
Our team, I can compare the teams at Mosaic across the globe. Our Brazilian teams are the most creative team.
Yeah.
Most creative. We have the most creative talents. The talents not only in sales and marketing, which you can see, but also our people working at the back office, like our public affair. They are much more creative than other part of the world. Brazilians are creative. It's really adding value.
And one thing is, I think it's very important for this game is the security of the agriculture. When he buy fertilizers, he needs to receive the fertilizer at this moment. And I would like that you speak about this situation, because you have a very important, a very free chain like this.
Thank you. This is, I think, the question that you have is about reliability.
Yes.
As a supplier. Mosaic as a supplier, we have our phosphate production in the U.S. We have our potash production in Canada. We have our phosphate and potash production locally in Brazil. If I compare with other suppliers, some of the Brazilian growers, they might have had disruptions for some of the suppliers. They're in the geopolitically sensitive regions. They were not able to get the products they bought, and they were not able to get delivered. And Mosaic operating in Canada, in the US, in Brazil, which gave us the supply chain in the most stable geography. And speaking about Brazil, apart from the product, potash from Canada, phosphate from microessentials from the US, we are local production and our local distribution network, our port facilities in Santos. These are all give us very unique strengths that to be a reliable supplier to the Brazilian farmers. So if we made commitment to say, this is the product we're going to deliver to you, we're able to do it. Not too many other suppliers can do it.
Yeah, very nice. A mulher entende tudo, né, gente? Que coisa maravilhosa. What's your message for your team here in Brazil, for your team and for the agricultors here in Brazil for finishing this interview?
Thank you. I think the Brazilian farmers have gone through very, very good years over the last 2 or 3 years. And they have come to the stage that sometimes they are not really willing to make decisions, the farmers. Sometimes they're not willing to sell their grains, and they're not willing to step in to buy their fertilizers. My advice to my team and also to the growers, sometimes you need to make decisive decisions. You need to have hedging risk management programs and tools. Don't think about you can get fertilizers you want at any time. So be decisive and really make decisions now.
Yeah.
Don't wait. The logistics are more challenging than many of you have thought about that.
I thought sometimes with Eduardo Monteiro, and he said, I know why he said exactly the same words for me.
Oh, really?
Really.
So I am very proud that we work as a team. So we're saying the same thing.
Very, very, very nice. Thank you very much for this interview. And just one more thing. That's your first time here in Brazil? No.
Many times.
Many times.
My first time to come to Brazil was in 2002. I can tell you the infrastructures were very different. Very, very different.
But I used to say that our problems, our challengers, it's at the same time is our opportunities.
Absolutely. Yeah. In Chinese, the translation of crisis is two characters.
Yeah.
One is opportunity, other one is challenge. Yeah. These two things always come together, side by side.
Yes, always.
Always.
Thank you very, very much for your attention with my program.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Come when you want.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I hope you appreciate my poor English. Sorry for my English.
No, your English is perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much.
You are so sympathetic people. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
É isso aí, gente. Jenny Wang conversou comigo. Just one more thing. How many people you manage around the world in your team? How many? Give me an overview about your activity here.
We have Mosaic's products are sold in 40 countries in the world.
Countries.
Yes, we have direct distribution businesses in Brazil, in Paraguay, in China, in India, in the U.S., in Canada. So we have direct commercial distribution businesses in these countries, the major agriculture market. The activities, sales, marketing, supply chain in the U.S., and basically starting from taking orders from customers and all the way get the product delivered, even more teaching and working partner with customers to let them know our latest technology. I don't want to miss this opportunity. We just launched the bioscience platform.
Very good. Aliás, bioscience is the same thing that Eduardo Monteiro is the eyes shine. And
yes,
yours, no?
Absolutely. This is the new areas that the Mosaic stepped in. This is the area in the past there were many small companies operating in this space, and there were lacking of credibility for the product, lacking of trust by the customers. Very often they were like, do I really trust the products? Mosaic stepped in. We are science-based company. For customers who have ever used the micro-essentials, they know we deliver what we promised. It is going to apply to the same on biosciences. We have invested in R&D, research and development. We're going to launch the product backed by science and backed by data.
How many are from your time? How's your time is in the future, in the present? Where you live more, in the future or in the present?
Always live in the future.
Yes.
I'm not that young, but I always live in the future.
Gente do céu, que entrevista boa. Eu podia conversar mais um tempão aqui com ela, porque ela é craque. Olha, you are so fantastic, people.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Eu falei aqui com a Jenny Wang, a Vice-Presidente Comercial Global da Mosaic Fertilizantes. Isso é uma honra para mim. Gravei essa conversa direto aqui da Tecno Show comigo. Muito obrigado pela sua audiência. Um forte abraço. A gente se vê no nosso próximo programa.